right, let's talk about gear then. Why do you start?
Yeah, I have a short introduction to this incredibly detailed discussion we're going to have about gear. Mine is a cable and a pick and a good amp. Next,
Can I just say that usually it's my cable?
and it's usually Postel's cable.
He also, I believe you also use it. You also use a guitar, though, don't you? As well as the.
Oh yeah, did I leave that out? Yeah, a couple of guitars,
Uh-huh.
but I've never been. It's funny. My relation to that stuff started when I was a kid. I would, playing in my Fender amp with my little Gibson guitar, and I saw the first pedal I saw was the MXR orange one that
Face shift, right?
Face shift.
Yeah.
Face shift. I said, oh, fantastic, great. Got it home. Oh, I got to get another cable. Okay, went out and got another cable, plugged it in, and the second I plugged it in, when I picked up the guitar and I played one note, I went, whoa! Before it was engaged, just the sound, the alteration of the sound from the transistorized circuit in the pedal took the joy out of playing for me. It just instantly changed I touched the neck and I just went, whoa, that sounds weird. It added this tonality that I just couldn't deal with. I didn't like it. It's a very subtle difference, of course, obviously, because no one else seemed to have that affliction. But for me, that ended it right there. I couldn't dig it at all. And started a lifelong quest of not using pedals. Of course, I use in the studio. A lot of times people will say, "Put something on it." I'll go, "You got that stuff in the booth. You put it on it." I don't have it. I don't.
Didn't Joe Walsh make you get a pedal?
Oh, it was yeah. But that was just a volume thing. Oh no, yeah, he made me use echo. Yeah, I had to use some delay, which I don't mind. I like delay here and there, but my pedal board was literally, his is about 9 feet long. Mine was literally one little 2x4 with a skinny little up the level pedal and a delay pedal. Yeah, that was it. So I've never really, and I can't have that stuff in front of me on stage. Also, I don't like the idea of tripping over various things. It's hard enough to stand around on stage. So
when Keith Richards came backstage and somehow pedals came up, and I think you said that you'd said this, where he said, I need both my feet just to be able to stand up straight.
Absolutely, yeah. I don't have that. I don't want to have that. Like what do you call it in skiing? I don't want moguls in front of me.
Perfect.
Of course, they make pedals better now. They have true bypass and stuff like that. It's true that pedals back in the day, in the 60s and 70s, used to suck the sound out of your guitar, and it definitely would change the sound of it. You're a lot better now in terms of that. But I understand how you feel about it. But you should also mention, Juan, that beautiful Gibson guitar you got. Where'd you get that from? Stills?
My 60 Les Paul.
Yeah, that's a legendary guitar, man.
Yeah, it is, and that guitar doesn't need much else. I used to make my living going to studios and just plugging into the board and doing what I call my phony steel guitar stuff. Bring my volume pedal.
Right.
That's the only pedal I would have, a volume pedal. Yeah. But I'd do a lot of country dates or records that wanted steel on them. I would do it plugged straight into the board with that beautiful guitar.
Mm-hmm.
That guitar is an amazing reality.
And is that the one that you had someone make a counterfeit version of it?
Gibson? No. Oh, that's the white one. But Gibson cloned my Sunburst.
Oh, they did. Oh, cool.
Yeah, there's a Waddy Wachtel model of gear. Yeah, it's beautiful. They did a great job.
Cool.
The white one, yeah, my friend John Taggart made a couple of copies of my white Les Paul.
Right.
So for a guy that doesn't care about gear, you've been going on and on and on here.
See what happened?
Jesus Christ.
That's a short one. I'm checking out while you guys start talking.
I got a gear story about Leland. We what song, Danny, was it where you wanted an overdrive bass on it? What song was
that? Can't Stop Progress.
Right.
Yeah.
So Leland shows up at the studio here with a big box full of pedals that people have given him over the years that he's never turned. He goes, he starts pulling out overdrive pedals. That was pretty funny. What?
The funniest moments I ever had about gear was doing a movie with Tommy Tedesco and Lee Ritenour and Tim May. And this was in the day of like the giant towers of outboard gear and all that. And this, the producer said, Lee, play, Ritenour, show me all your sounds. And he played them all and he goes, nah, that's not good. And then they said to Tim May, let's hear all yours. Nah, that's not good. And then they looked at Tommy Tedesco and they said, have you got anything? And he reaches down and he pulls out a piece of plywood with a small stone phase shifter nailed to it. And in a felt tip marker, it said Tommy's board. He plugged it in and they sent Lee and Tim away and they just had Tommy go ahead because they loved the sound of that. You just go, done, one piece of crap.
Yep. That's also Tommy playing the guitar though.
Yeah, no kidding.
No one better. No one's ever been better.
Yeah. How about your gear, Cooch?
Well, I've been going back to Telecasters, I have a beautiful G&L that I love, a G&L Doheny that I've been playing with the band for since we started, basically a long time. And I had Bill Asher do a bunch of work on it. And mainly what he did was he put a knob that has a Demeter preamp in it, a mid-range boost. So that thing comes in really handy. You can really adjust your sound continuously because I'm always changing volume level all the time during our show because I'm singing. So, I'm playing a lot of rhythm guitar and I've got to, constantly adjust it. So it's got to be simple. I can't have a bunch of knobs on there. It's got to be simple and easy to get to. So I love the Doheny, but I keep going back to Telecasters. I started with Telecasters because of Steve Cropper. He was my hero. And the sound he got on those Stax Volt records I just loved it. So I ended up playing Telecasters a lot. And now I've gone back to them to a large degree with the boys. And I'm having a lot of fun with them. Yeah.
Sounds great, man.
And then you have the delay pedals that never work when we play live.
I thought we were talking about gear, meaning not guitars. So yeah, we could go.
Well, guitars are gear, aren't they?
Let's talk about your delay magic.
Okay, that's great. So I had to go through about 85 delay pedals. I used the delay on one tune in our show, which is Dirty Laundry, to achieve the same kind of effect I got on Farfisa organ on Don Henley's record. So here I have this thing. It never works. None of them work. I get there and the band looks at me like, here we go again. Great, Cooch, And I start to hit the thing, nothing, or the wrong delay, or no delay, or no sound at all, And this went on and on. We tried at least 3 or 4 different pedals. I went through a bunch of them. They all would not keep the memory. In other words, I had to tune them to the right BPM every time. And then I would hit the wrong button, it wouldn't work. And if Postel comes over and looks at it and says, there's an audience in front of us, and nothing's working. And the whole focus of the attention is my goddamn delay pedal. Yes. And the boys never let me forget it, ever.
Well, I think there were really good odds in Las Vegas at the gambling tables on whether it was going to work or not.
That's right. Against, always. But that's it. I love effects. I like them a lot, but I'm too lazy to carry around a big effects board. And plus, we have Steve Postel, who's great with effects. So he's our kind of effects guy. Tell him what you're using, Post.
Well, because we've been traveling and because the travel thing has just gotten... Oh, well, we were traveling and playing, back in the old days, 15 months ago. It's gotten really expensive and hard to carry equipment, so I finally broke down and started. I've got hundreds and hundreds of pedals and probably 5 pedal boards from different tours I've done, but these companies, one of them, the one that I've been using with just a couple pedals outside of it, is this Line 6, the Helix systems. And is it the same as the real analog pedal? No, but in the context of, there was a story, we were in Japan, and our friend Tara Kokoni asked me to pick up this boutique pedal that's made in Japan from this guy. So I met him before the show, and I said, hey, I might as well play it during the show, you'll enjoy it. So very expensive overdrive pedal. I plug it in, and the Helix, and I was going back and forth. And at the end, I said, what do you think of your pedals? I couldn't tell when that was on or when your other thing was on. So it's not as groovy to have like an all effects pedal like that, but I can get any sound that I want. It has every simulation pedal that's ever been made, and it's nice for us particularly because Danny and Waddy, you guys don't have a sound, and I can find instead of learning how to play, I can just make a cool sound.
Exactly. You don't have to do all that work.
There's no work, but I do think it's since we don't have a keyboard player. If I throw on a Leslie it's really nice, and But yeah, I have unfortunately or fortunately I've got pedals starting from the old Electro-Harmonix stuff that I got in the '70s. The Mistress and the Big Muff and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's groovy stuff.